Hello, baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Wummer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Portal 2. We have the exit right here, but this whole thing here is kind of making me think we can do something with this. Now, you never know, but then where would we actually, like, shoot off to? You know, we'd have to, like, drop down below or something. You know what I mean? But I do like that there are, like, levels to this area. The scale of this place is so apparent. Like, we were all the way down here, right? For sure. We were under this, and then we came above, and we're, like, making our way up here as well. We're in the 1978 version of this place. Are we gonna get to a new era of this world as well? Because it might be like something that comes up later, but I wonder how you would even like get from here to here. Unless there's something here we can push through. Unless there's something in there, but even that is probably not gonna work out too well. Yeah. Let's see. Can I hop onto this? Yeah, I noticed that they don't let you jump over the guardrails, which is like, you know, kind of like smart, I guess. Because I feel like people will be going all the way around with that. Now, let's keep going. Thank you? Oh yeah, thank you. For not loitering longer than 20 minutes, so they want us to get it out of there as quick as possible. As we saw last time, and I'll admit like there was like a bit of like confusion with some parts for me 100%, but I think the spirit of the conversation is definitely that they were like 100% using homeless people now, which is very, very bad. As we were saying, it's very bad. It's people down in the luck. It's people that would accept money, especially like that much money. I think someone did the math to say that, like, you know, back in this time, it would have been like, you know, hundreds of dollars. It's so much money. Look at this place here, like this yellow tiling. It's such like a contrast to the rest of the facility in a way. I don't know. It feels weird. It feels more like a kitchen. But yeah, absolutely terrifying, absolutely horrific what they were doing here. And again, as you could hear the disdain in his voice for some people that he felt that were less than. What's this? Like a booth for all forms was he filled out legibly and completely before eligible to receive payment of $60. Can you see there's like a strip over here? I'm wondering, right? Since there was like people like, you know, war heroes and Olympians who volunteered, did they also get a payment? And I wonder, since now it's homeless people, did they tape over something there and be like, $60? You're only getting 60 now? You know, I wonder. Gel flow goes up here. We can shoot this, which means we're probably using this to get up somewhere for sure. So you have to fill out your forms, put them in here. There's probably someone here like, oh, they have a little TV. That's cool. Looking at you and acting as if you don't exist. So please excuse the inconvenience. This elevator is out of service until, and they had no specific date it was out of service to. Which means they probably weren't working on it after a certain point. So we can go up here, right? Yeah, we can go up there. Always trying to make sure I'm looking around as much as possible. Yeah, you can still see the remnants of the salt mine as well, right? Which at that point was probably falling apart already. Okay. Up here. Oh, I was thinking we go here to Gamma, it says, but there's also a walkway here. Which makes me feel like they wouldn't just put this here for no reason, right? But what tends to happen sometimes is I will miss something. And then I'll feel silly afterwards, but as I said, I want to do like a thing where maybe like after we finish this game, I might go back and do an episode and find out like some like little secrets here or there. You know, it might be fun. Is there a reason they did this, or is this just to have like this here? I just don't think this game, they might do something just to have nothing there. But I just don't know. It doesn't seem very Portal-esque. Are those sounds coming from the game, or is it around my area? Around my street? Yeah, I can't necessarily see what's happening here. Like, doesn't it seem like this is like there's a reason they have this here? You know? Like, why else would they do this? Let's check every nook and cranny. Not here. It has to be up on this level somehow. I don't know. I have no idea. Knowing me, what's gonna happen is someone's gonna like pinpoint the exact moment. It's like, Spider-Man was right here, you know? There was a pig right there in the corner, you know? Because again, I do like, I will definitely like, you know, Try my best to find as much as possible. But yeah, I think we'll do an episode afterwards. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be super, super fun. Because I don't think it's a big deal, right? Definitely not a big deal at all. Again, more of the condemned areas, right? There's the Gamma station. So I guess we have to head up here. See, now we know what this was for here. Yeah, this is for here. Again, the sense of scale is so incredible. I will also say, guys, as well, I said it last time, but I think some people just didn't hear it. Make sure you're not hinting at stuff. I don't need, if it didn't happen in the game, we don't need to talk about it. If I didn't pick up on something, let me just naturally pick up on it eventually, because that's the way I like to do things. Is there a way to get over here? Look at that. Like, is there a way we can use momentum to get there somehow? Was there like a thing here that we can jump up onto it? Like if I do this. I don't, like, see the way there's like... See, there's something up there. Oh, wait. Is there a way we can shoot up there and get it there? Oh!
Carolyn, why do I know this woman?
You killed Carolyn?
Did I kill her? Or... Oh my god.
What?
Look, you're doing a great job. Can you handle things for yourself for a while? I need to think.
Sure. Yes. You do what you need to do. She's thinking on the name Carolyn. So is there a way like here? Maybe here? Yeah, so she's thinking on the name Carolyn. She said, did I kill them? Did I do something with them? That's the wrong thing I shot there. It's messing with her head how she knows this dude, right? It's messing with her head. We clearly have to come here, right? Or is it down here we had to come? I remember there was a door right there, but like there's this has to be something, right? Look at the way there's like a momentum thing here, like the way that's shooting up. That's not the way to do it. Is there any flat surface down here? Yeah, okay. Okay. I couldn't really figure it out. But maybe there's something later on we can do to figure it out. Possibly. This place is gigantic as well. Very big. I'm going to place that there just for now. It's like these pumps as well, right? Do we have to activate the pumps again? It's a very awkward hallway. So this is pump station pressure control. But that's what we have to do all the time anyway. Press them all. We're activating, like, you know, really old stuff here. Now, whatever age we're in, if we're saying it's like the... Oh, God. We just created a whole new puzzle here for ourselves. Unless I can hop onto this. Okay. What? Oh, I got crushed by the ceiling. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense, actually. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. Yeah. This is like classic video game, which is cool. We're not missing anything here, are we? Look at that. Is there white foam now? Oh, what am I... I'll go through the big crushy pistons. Is there usually an indication of what white foam or what the foam will do, right? Orange foam, run. Blue foam, bounce. White gel, squeeze. Oh. I'm sure we'll figure it out as we're doing more puzzles anyway, so I'm sure it's not going to leave us too far into that. Why are we hopping up here, I wonder? Yeah, and I love exploring in this game. Like, I don't mind, like, for me, like, getting stuck is actually, as I said last time, I said it so many times last time, I don't mind getting a bit stuck. It doesn't make the game bad for me. It makes it more fun for me, even. Because that feeling when you get unstuck is a great feeling. I think, you know, the game, if the game just had like this lack of friction where like everything I did was absolutely perfect, I would actually like really like not have as much fun. Oh, we literally can just climb up there. Perfect. I just didn't notice with like the white foam all over it, but yeah, we can literally just climb up here. Okay. Well, pray tell, how do we get over here then? Oh, and that's orange, so we could have sped through that. Oh no, this is different. This is completely different. And that's not the type of wall, is it? Oh. Lovely. Just a very cool way of doing that, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then we have the speed function here as well. Let's go. Now. No, okay, it worked out. It worked out. It worked out in our favor anyway. That was super fast. My new boss is a robot. But did you know robots are smarter than you? Robots work harder than you. Robots are better than you. Volunteer for testing today. Carla, the complainer, says. So what's happening here now is we've had the different eras. We've had the golden era of like, you know, heroes, Olympians. We've had the era where they're getting more frustrated, where they're getting their funding cut and stuff is being condemned. Astronauts are going missing. And now we have what seems to be in this area, which is the 80s. There's the idea of bringing in robots. And this is probably when, in a lot of ways, they probably started on the ideas for stuff like GLaDOS, I guess. Which would make sense. Is that all we have to do here? I guess so. So I think this maybe it was the era where they started thinking about robots. Oh.
It flew off. Good for him. All right, back to thinking.
Good for him. Wait. Wait. I came through here. Wait, what? Oh, so this is probably how we do it. I guess. Because they don't have a cutoff point here. Or they do, but we can find a different way to jump over here. That makes sense. Okay, okay. So you can get up here, but you can't exactly utilize it yet. That makes perfect sense. Okay, perfect. But we have to... Oh, there? We just speed through it. Look at that. That's what's going to happen. I tell you what, we're going to speed through it. Just you wait. I say that, but accuracy is never my strong suit. Let's try and get a little bit of an angle on this. I've noticed it's easier once you get an angle on it. We were bumping off everything, weren't we? Yeah, and someone said the controller's not always perfect for this game, 110%, but I guess like I have to just stop moving the analog stick. I think it's only, you know, video game nature to move the analog stick a little bit, but if we just stop you moving it, it's out of fear, right? It's the same with platformers, I do the same thing. Oh, I got another secret. This is actually like a speedrunning technique. I'm gonna end up on the other side now. It's a speedrun technique. Watch this. See? I'm on the other side of it. Pretty crazy when you think about it. Pretty crazy when you think about it. Yeah, it's just like, I totally acknowledge that it's not that good for controller, and I totally get that. But I also, like, you know, as you guys know, like, GLaDOS being so scared about the bird is actually crazy.
Good for him. All right, back to thinking.
Like, it's actually, like, very, like, you know, it's kind of funny, but at the same time, too, like, it's probably traumatizing for her. There we go. Perfect. My problem always with doing those tasks, angles, and running the wrong way, right? 100%. Because, again, it's one of those things my brain knows what to do. It's just a matter of, like, repositioning. So I thought this was going to be a secret. No, it's not. We just get over here. Okay, perfect. GLaDOS, there's no birds here.
Welcome to the Enrichment Center.
Oh, God.
Since making test participation mandatory for all employees,
No.
the quality of our test subjects has risen dramatically. Employee retention, however, has not.
No, Cave
As a result,
Johnson.
you may have heard we're going to phase out human testing. There's still a few things left to wrap up, though. The bean counters told me we literally could not afford to buy $7 worth of moon rocks, much less 70 million. Bought them anyway. Ground them up, mixed them into a gel.
So he's getting his
Guess
funding
what?
cut?
Ground up moon rocks are pure poison. I am deathly ill.
What?
Still, it turns out they're a great portal conductor. So now, we're going to see if jumping in and out of these new portals can somehow leach the lunar poison out of a man's bloodstream. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Let's all stay positive.
Oh,
Do
God.
some science.
So does he have that poison in his
I would really
bloodstream?
appreciate it if you could test as fast as possible. Carolyn, please bring me more pain pills.
So I'm guessing the white foam that he was talking about in there, you can create portals with. That's why we could actually create a portal in the ceiling. It wasn't that the white foam was hiding something. It was that you actually use it to create portals as a conductor for portals. What he's saying there as well is they phased out human testing, or they're gonna phase it out. And he also talked about how they didn't have enough money to buy like enough moon rocks, which to me like screams the idea of like a lack of funding, less funding than ever before. He sounds sick, of course, as well as he's talking about this too. He said employee testing is mandatory. So that means what's happening is that the actual employees are now the ones getting tested on because he's probably harder to find test subjects. And because of that, people don't want to be hired because they're probably hearing stories about like what's happening here. So what we've had is Olympic heroes, war heroes, homeless people that they picked up off the street. And now they've resorted to using their own employees for testing. And which means that's just the truth, that retention for employees is bad in that sense, because if you're an employer who's really, really mean to your employees and word gets around that you're abusive, that you don't pay them on time, chances are you're not going to get much workers. And in this sense, that's probably happening too. They're probably telling their other scientific friends, But the way he sounded there, he sounded like so desperate and tired. He sounded like he was like, in a situation where like he was not only sick, but like really like frustrated in a way. So it seems like by the 80s, they were thinking about using androids in some way or robots in some way. And also they were phasing out human testing, which means they're probably going to try and test on their androids. And maybe that's where we got to the point where they were doing the stuff like the bullet testing, and the testing we saw later on was maybe for androids. Because remember later on we had they called us androids, but in reality we were humans getting shot up by this place. So maybe that's when they started phasing that stuff in. Possibly. Oh my god, you're terrifying! You are terrifying. What's in here? Why would they just have this room here? What is this room? He is terrifying. Look at this. So he's gotten much older here. No longer just a curtain salesman. He fits his voice way more than he did before. But his look is more like, it's like, because when he started off this whole place, when we first saw his picture, he was like smiling like a shrewd businessman, but he's like, I'm a man of the people. And now he looks like he is demonic. You know what I mean? Oh, button. Robots don't sleep. They can test and do your job. Volunteer for testing today. Wait, so robots don't sleep. Are they saying that like... Hold on, let me just try and get a grasp of this. Are they saying that you can be tested to utilize a robot? Or are they saying that you can be tested for a robot taking your job? Or are they saying that you can be tested to have... like, I don't know, like if it's an android, that means that could be human parts to them. Maybe I'm jumping to too much conclusions that the idea is like they're saying like, hey, become part robot, because they did say you can they can take apart a body in the last part, right? My new robot, yeah, there it is. They work harder than you. No, see, they're saying like testing to have a robot. Okay, because I was thinking maybe are they making like freaking human androids or something? I guess that just opens up the door. They definitely wanted to see these posters. It's actually a really good way of like telling us here, unless there's something here that they want us to see too, which could be. You never know. I have missed stuff before. Johnson Cave. Aperture Science, let's work together. Look at this. Yeah, they're fully going into the idea of androids, right? 100%. Test subject waiting area. One of the chairs knocked over, which is a sign of someone either running or someone getting cold feet. Play the video. Hit them with a steel chair. Caution, wait for attendant, I will not. I love how we're just like in the same area kind of like over and over again, but it's like really cool the way they do this. So you can definitely clearly see the different phases that are going on in this world, which is really interesting. I like it. No loading? Well, I say it now. They're probably going to be loading screen in a second. They're usually like, oh wait, maybe not. Maybe not? There's the white gooper. The white goop. The rusted feeling of this place, and when you say this place feels alive, the rust almost looks like cuts, right? It's almost like this place has been like, you know, ripped apart itself, you know? So this is a conductor for portals, is what he said. I love the way they explained that with the thing. Yeah, that's awesome. That's such a great idea. Portable foam that like create, or gel that creates like a portal. Just a really fantastic idea. And we can use that to like move to another place here too. There's someone over here. Can we put on the floor here? Nope. Usually... Look at this here as well. It's so intricate as well, isn't it? Suddenly... life has new meaning to me. Where are we shooting this to, I wonder? Over there? Yeah. Is that a platform we can shoot at? No, it's a thing over there. Up above? Huh? Oh, perfect. And shoot it over here like that. And then create it. That's really fun. It's just such a fun idea. Like they really outdid themselves with this idea, guys. Like it's it's a great idea. Because I think that, like, you know, one of the things I love about a video game when when it's chock full of ideas. And when I say ideas, I love the idea of like, you can tell that they were like so passionate about the idea of like, okay, what can we do now with the portals? You know what I mean? Or what if they had to jump through them? What if you had to use speed functions? What if you could create a portable section with gel for a portal? You can tell that they were just coming up with some really great ideas. And now that we have that, we can actually shoot this in other places too, right? Yeah, really cool. Can we get it over there somehow, like over here? And then shoot this back over here, right? It's actually really cool how we're using the foam just to make our own portals. Close? Maybe here? Here? Why do I think it's like here that we have to go? Unless then we can just get up on top here. Or up here maybe. Oh, sorry. I love this. I think it's such a great idea. It's just a natural evolution that you wouldn't even expect, right? It just makes sense. I'm getting the foam everywhere, guys. Intentionally so. Oh, that's not intentional though. Or maybe it is, who knows? Speedrun technique. Like if I make portal areas everywhere, then I can go anywhere I want. This is my world now. Look at this. It's crazy when you think about it. Super crazy. So if I go back up here now. Actually, maybe we can paint the wall even more. We're about to paint the wall. Da 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 da. Paint the wall. Da 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 da. Paint the wall. Da 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 da. You can stop me. Thank God Luna are back, guys. They're here in our hearts in Portal. I hope like a Luna fan isn't watching this and they just thought I actually was serious about them. Like being, I would never actually like, you know, want to hurt anyone with that because I really want them to come back too. Even though I love Artemis and love that Gowan's back. And love all the stuff all the gals are doing. This is really cool. Like creating your own thing with this, you know? So close to getting that though, right? But now we can just go up, right? We can go up there. Is there anything else we can get around here? Because there seems to be like multiple things, but that seems to be what we have to do. We create like a little Prince of Persia thing with the foam. It's really, really good. It's a really great idea. Again, just a natural... Ah! It's probably better to do it this way. Yep, just a real natural progression with the use of foam here. Oh, momentum. Ah, and then shoot. Somehow get over to there onto that. And then go up the stairs. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Shoot this. And then shoot. This here for a second. See, it's all going in this direction, right? Unless we do this. That's what we want there as well. Yeah, and then we can create a momentum with that as well. So if I go like this, and then this, we'll put it a bit higher. This is so cool. So cool. Let's go. This is gonna be fun. Right, we just dropped down here. This mechanic is great. Oh.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back.
GLaDOS said yeah.
Man, I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see
What the hell?
manager. Make life rue the day and thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons.
Oh, I like this guy.
I'm gonna get my engineers to invent
I like this
a
guy.
combustible lemon that burns your house down.
Oh my god.
He says what we're all thinking.
Oh my god,
Point is,
GLaDOS.
if we can store music on a compact disc, why can't we store a man's intelligence and personality?
There's the
on
thought
one?
process, right?
So I have the engineers figuring that out now. Brain mapping, artificial intelligence. We should have been working on it 30 years ago. I will say this, and I'm gonna say it on tape so everybody hears it 100 times a day. If I die before you people can pour me into a computer, I want Carolyn to run this place.
Wants Carolyn to run this place?
Now she'll argue. She'll say she can't. She's modest like that, but you make her.
But make her
Now,
so
put her
Carolyn
in my
took over this
computer,
place?
I don't care. All right, test's over. You can head on back to your desk.
Put her in my computer like an artificial intelligence? Goodbye, sir. Wait. So Carolyn, in his eyes, was supposed to be put into a computer so she could run this place after he's dead. Right? And we've seen the connection that GLaDOS has for Cave Johnson. Now, I don't know the full extent of this, but is there someone when I thought that Cave Johnson's values were put into this computer and put into GLaDOS. Because even the way they were agreeing with there, yeah, lemons, yeah, lemons. Is it possible that somehow it's actually like... Because the way she said, yes, sir. Is it possible it's actually like something to do with Carolyn's values and mind rather than it is Cave Johnson's? Because that would explain why she like actually agrees with him so much. While she knows him. The name Carolyn stops her as well. And of course we did have the freaking turret talk about the name Carolyn like before like anything, right? Instead of it being the values of Cave Johnson that I said was implemented into her subconsciousness. And if it could have been Caroline's subconsciousness on a disc that has influenced GLaDOS in some way. Jesus Christ. And you can hear the thought process there. By the way, I want to change the sound because I think it might have changed back. Yeah, it did change back. I put it like, it's so weird. It changed back to what it was before. I don't know why. Because yeah, my thought process, as I said before, was the idea that she was being influenced because she holds the same values as the person that created this place. Now we are also hearing his values when it comes to like androids and stuff, I guess, and artificial intelligence. You could hear in this thing, by the way, when he's saying when life gives you lemons, you know, all this stuff too, like with the anger he had. Clearly what's been happening is funding cut, loss of employees. He's sick. He's not being allowed to do what he was able to do before. He's no longer probably the darling of the universe, just compared to, just judging by the picture I saw there, he seems like he's not as happy as he used to be. He's no longer maybe as respected, just judging by the employees that have like not have been hired and have quit possibly as well. So there's this thing where like it seems lines up very much well with Cave Johnson's personality to be like, F you, rather than introspection, it's pushing it out, right? Rather than like looking at all the mistakes he's made, he's pushing it back out at people. When life gives you lemons, throw the lemons back. Rather than saying, because the phrase is, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right? When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. The phrasing is so simple. It just means this is a really bitter thing that life has given you. Make something sweet out of it. That's just what it is. But instead, he wants to give something bitter back to the world. That's his mentality. You give me lemons, I'm going to give you lemons, rather than I'm going to make lemonade out of it. He wants, and again, we saw the posters, he wants to create androids, he wants to create artificial intelligence, he feels like he just should have done it 30 years ago. It's basically like also in a way like, in lieu of like, because what's going to happen to androids? In most cases, in his mind, he's probably thinking, they're not going to disobey me. They're not going to leave. They're not going, I don't need to hire new people if I have androids, And in this case, it's very clear, like with Carolyn, he wanted to obviously keep her around forever, right? Now, is it possible that they also put Cave Johnson's mind in this place too? That's totally possible. But he referenced Carolyn specifically, and so did the turret reference Carolyn specifically. So it makes sense if Carolyn's mind is still like ingrained in the technology here in this world, right? I want to say as well, do not, when I'm having these thought processes, I'm asking the question to myself. Please do not confirm or deny anything. This is just the end of, there's no debate about it, there's no back and forth, there's no anything about it. It is legitimately a situation where I like to theorize, wait for the game to kind of reveal everything to me as well, because that's what's fun about it. I know sometimes when people are watching playthroughs, some people have different rules for playthroughs. For me, it's always the same rules since the beginning of the channel, and will always be the same rule. We do not talk about anything if it hasn't happened yet. And also, we do not like confirm or deny theories or anything like that too. Just let me like come to everything myself, 100%. But yeah, it's very clear that he was like down on his luck. It's very clear that he was so upset. He was so angry with the world. He was so angry with like the loss of funding, the condemning of tests and all this stuff too, the loss of workers. And instead of like, kind of like introspection, he was definitely pushing back out and trying to like be a bit angry about this too. It's a very interesting character. He really is. He's so interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know why I changed back the setting again. And by the way, you can check the setting here as well, by the way. Do you think this is the 2 speakers or 4 speakers? 5.1 speakers, headphones, 2 speakers seems grand. And then puzzle maker sounds. I don't know what these are for. Yeah. Look at what we did here. That was a really fun test. It's really interesting, this stuff here as well. And it can kind of get dark too. It says 1982 still here, by the way. Which actually was around the time people were thinking more about like androids and stuff, right? For sure. So many movies about androids as well. Thank you for volunteering. Please return to your desk and await further opportunities. It is literally talking about the workers volunteering, but it's not really volunteering. It became mandatory, right? Thanks, Jerry. I'm clocking out today. Tough day at the job, isn't it? Tough day at the job, carrying potatoes. What else do you got to do with your job? You know, zoom view. So they're telling us, hey, just zoom. Oh my God, what the freaking hell is this? This is like, when I said Prince of Persia, this is definitely Prince of Persia. Is there no goop for us? Well, there's something here. Try that. Drop here. Okay, now we're over here. Okay. Man, these like make me feel so eerie, these little spaces here, right? Computers, servers, orange thing. Everything you need for everyday life and work. Is there more places we can land on? There definitely 100% is. This is cool. It almost seems like an exercise in portals, right? It's not too serious. But it's almost like helping you practice the zoom function in a way. Even though we have been utilizing that quite a bit lately. Oh, look at this. That's so cool. What a visual. What a visual. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Beautiful visual. Ooh. If I don't make the sound, it sounds like I didn't get hurt at all, you know? Let's check all these rooms. There's no point in not checking the rooms, right? Server, computer, telephone, table, telephone, computer, blue thing. Of course. This is weird because it's almost it's like just oh yeah, look at this sparking over there. I wonder if that's going to affect anything in any way. But I'm saying it's weird because like it feels like just like a test in like zooming, right? It feels like they're testing our zooming ability. Oh, I tried. Oh my God. Very, very cool. Wait, which one did I press? It was... It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I tried to jump on the thing. That's what I did, okay? I tried to be creative with my life. I tried to be creative, Ma. Oh, it's right there. Look at that. Oh, I want to jump here, I guess? No, wait. What? Oh, we have to go above again. Is that true? You wouldn't lie to me, would you, game? No, that's not... Wait, what? Yeah, it is. Okay. Momentum? Wait, is it momentum? Oh my God, it might be momentum to get up through the thing. That's actually really cool. Well, we'd want to shoot this, wouldn't we? We'd want to actually shoot this. I love this, man. I love this game so much. Very cool. It seems like it's a it honestly feels like a little checkpoint, right? Of like, hey, all the things you've learned, not all the things, but like a lot of things you learned. Try them out here. Wait, is it up more? It is up more. It is. Look at it up there. No, maybe not. But let's get over there regardless. There is a plank we can walk here. Just like the pirates of old. I don't know why I said that, guys. Can you delete that, editor? No? Okay, fair enough. You do you. You be yourself. I don't have an editor, by the way. It's me. And he does not listen at all. Maybe over here? See, there's a platform up there, right? Attention, please. Is it momentum again? Like, we're gonna have to shoot... Oh, there's no way, right? Like, is it momentum again? Like, where we have to shoot all the way up here? But I don't know how that would even work. Like, jump... Like, because they're giving us a plank here for a reason. So if we jump through there... But... That's where we want to shoot up from, right? Unless we can do this. Oh. Perfect. Ah. Lovely stuff. Johnson of Cave, I have returned. Oh. Loading screen there.
I know things look bleak, but that crazy man down there was right. Let's not take these lemons. We are going to march right back
Oh my God.
upstairs and make him put me back in my body. And he'll probably kill us because he's incredibly powerful and I have no plan.
Oh, don't say that, GLaDOS.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. The odds are 1,000,000 to 1, and that's with some generous rounding. Still, though, let's get mad. If we're going to explode, let's at least explode with
GLaDOS.
dignity.
I mean, she already had some personality to her, but now she's kind of like, you know, getting a bit extreme about it, you know what I mean? Let's explode with dignity. Look at this area as well. So I guess we have to, like, hop up through this area, too. I'm guessing. So we can shoot the wall up here. Can we shoot that there? Because usually we can shoot your grades. Yeah, we can. Perfect. I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of momentum puzzle here at some point. Just judging by the area itself. It's a very interesting area. Like, look, there's a hole here too. Unless we have to, like, jump up through the hole like that. But how would that, like... We need some serious momentum to jump up through the hole. Can we shoot these walls? We can. That's interesting to know. We can just go on the scaffolding anyway. Ain't no big drama. Oh, you can get between the scaffolding this way. That's actually pretty cool. I was about to hop over here, but what am I doing? Like, we can literally just do this. I was about to do some platforming. Do I want to jump onto this? I don't think so. It seems to be drawing me to jump on this, but I'm not... Like, we would get... Oh, look at this. Yeah, that looks like it's on an edge, doesn't it? Well then. I blame you guys. You guys told me to jump off at that exact moment, which is not fair. In future, guys, can you guys tell me to jump off in a better place? Thank you so much. You're so kind. Every mistake I make now is your guys' fault. Is that fair? Do we agree? Like, I think we all have to agree, right? We all have to agree. But then when I do something right, it's my fault. That was mine. That was me. Thank you. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you. What a stand-up guy. Edits his own videos as well, apparently. There's bouncy stuff here. Can we shoot this? We can. So we can get this... Oh. Do you think that's the case? We need this for? Then we can bounce off it and go up there somehow. Should we try it? Because, like, we can still go back down here. It won't hurt us to try. Right? Very, very fun. I love this game. It's very dark here, though. The lighting is fantastic, but it's very, very dark. Very spooky. Caution. Yeah, that's helpful. Caution. People still fall through, especially in this lighting in a cave. You might fall through very easily. This is like a Tekken arena, man. So cool. kind of see some orange goop up there, to be honest. Orangey goop. Oh, and there's some white goop too. The perfect trifecta. Orange and white goop. All my life. My mother was a orange goop salesman. Whereabouts are we pushing this to? It's not there. It has to be somewhere up here, right? Oh, it's momentum again. No, it might just be this simple. It might just be this simple. There it is. I see what it is now. Yeah, it's just that simple. I'm scared. Sorry, guys. Definitely scared, but it's okay. So we need this to be orange, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was much more simple. I was giving it credit for. Yeah, it happens sometimes. 100%. For sure, it happens sometimes. And it seems like there's a whole new puzzle here as well, which I think is a good place to end the video. And we'll come back in the next one and do this puzzle as well. Yeah, I feel like the addition of the white goop was actually like really, really well done. I think it adds a whole new layer to the game, which was a game that was already full of and so rich of mechanics and all this stuff, full of rich mechanics that really made you feel like you were super involved in the game and had some super fun playing the game. I really enjoyed myself on the blue gel. Then I really loved the speed function of the orange gel. And it's one of those situations where like I would have been happy with the blue and the orange gel, but they give us this like portable portals. And the reason why this is so special is what I said before. It's like the idea of ideas. Like I love when developers are just like so excited to implement stuff and like so smart about implementing stuff. The idea, and it seems like something so simple as, but it's like I love tracing it back and going like someone was in the writer room going like, what if like we literally just have like a portable portal where you can move this thing around and these foam around and get like a portable portal. It's such a cool idea. And you can almost see the whiteboard of all the ideas they had in their head with this like special foam and stuff in the special gel. And it was like really, really like cool to see this. I loved using it. I loved making a mess of the place and like, you know, bouncing back and forth between the walls. Like it really makes it like a really fun idea. And because Portal is so smart, they don't just like utilize a new mechanic and then forget about the old mechanics. You're utilizing all the mechanics at once, and that makes it like super, super fun too. But they give you like a tutorial level almost, and that's what that was with the white gel. It really felt like it was a tutorial level in that sense too, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. I had so much fun doing it. I think that like when it comes to the all the gels together, I'd say I'd rank them in terms of most fun. I think the most fun is the blue. Second, I think, is just because of the creativity and what we got to do there with the that stuff there. And I haven't really done a lot of it yet, but like the white gel and the orange stuff. The orange stuff is still super fun, but I feel like because I'm not as good as using it, it becomes not as like, it's not that it's not fun. I'm having a great time and it's always like really exhilarating. But I feel like, you know, my own, you know, mishaps are making it like a thing where like it's unfair to kind of judge it, but it's the way it goes, I suppose. It's like I'm having like a way easier time with the other two, I guess. But that just happens, especially when you're not like that advanced and good at like some mechanics. It's going to happen that way. But yeah, like it's like the way I'm not very good at Genshin combat, but I still like talk about, you know, I still can be like, oh, I don't like this aspect, don't like aspect. But like for me, it's like all of them are super fun. All of them are super great. And all of them like really, like it's even like even with the orange stuff, like I'm having a great time speeding through the place. Obviously, it's just my accuracy that's the problem. So it's not even like that there's a problem. It's just my accuracy. Really love the new mechanics. Love the new mechanics. I love that the transition of time that's happening in this game is actually really, really cool. And while I did trip up on the transition time, of course, like it's going to happen in a blind playthrough all the time, and it's going to happen. But the thing is, like, I really love about the transition of the time is that through gameplay and through environmental storytelling and through these like old voice memos, we're getting to see the deterioration and maybe the rising again of the ashes of Aperture through like some very natural storytelling. we see posters on the wall. We see like some different things, and like and we see like, you know, different voice logs and all this stuff too. And we're not directly told anything. That's why I think like a lot of it's still like up to interpretation with some stuff. And some stuff, there is obviously a clear story, but there's some stuff that's definitely up to interpretation too. But I love that we started off in a place where it's like, you know, it's something as simple as well. They're telling a story through like the voice acting of J.K. Simmons. He starts off excited. He seems like, when we first heard his voice lines, he was like the business mogul. He was the guy that everyone loved and everyone appreciated. He was like a celebrity. His pictures were him smiling up, you know, like this bright smile. Kids were doing like big competitions to get involved in the company and all this stuff too. He was really like this like beloved figure, you know? And he was so bright and cheerful the way he talked about things. He was so chipper about everything, you know? Then we got to the second area where he started to use like homeless people, and he was getting like more aggressive with us. More like you can tell that he was a bit bitter about the idea of like how his subjects had like deteriorated a little bit. And you could hear that in his voice. And that's why I think J.K. Simmons is fantastic. Like, we even picked up in the last time where he was disrespectful so much so, intentionally so. And now we've gone to the stage where he is like drained, he's frustrated, he's insulted, he's bitter as heck. And you can even see it in the photo frame we saw. He's older now. He doesn't even smile in the photo. He just like has this like 1,000-yard stare at the camera. He really is like, you know, changed a lot. And now we have a Cave Johnson in this current, where we are now in the 80s, where his bitterness has turned to new ideas and some scarier ideas as well. But I love the way you can see the transition of J.K. Simmons as like a transition of the situations that Aperture was in, the war, the what was going on around him. Like you can see, like, you know, at first he was so happy because he had all these really great things, like a limo was picking people up. It was fantastic. Oh my God. Homeless people then, where it's like, oh, like he kind of is, you could tell he like really looked down on the homeless people and really did not like them. I still think he looked down on other people too, but I think it was like more just like he was able to keep a mask on originally, and I stand by that, like, because everything was going well. It's much harder to when you're back as against the wall, that's when you kind of show your true colors. And so when he started bringing the homeless people, he started to be like very insulting towards them, and he cared even less. And he had even less regulations, you know, than before. And he didn't even have regulations before. He was like minus regulations before all that. And then, like, you can see that, like, you know, the environment changed then, where like they were doing more testing when it came to the like the orange gel and like their new inventions. It was then in the 80s, and then you see again his voice acting and the way he carries himself also tells the story of the world around us too. People are quitting. People are leaving their jobs. People are saying bye-bye. People aren't getting hired anymore. He's doing mandatory testing on his employees because it's hard to get like people to do testing anymore. He's doing all this stuff, and now he's like turning to the idea of like maybe creating androids. And I think there's probably a mentality in his head of like, you know, let's look at Caroline, for example, as well. I think Caroline Tim was like the most loyal person in the world. Like she was like, yes, you know, and like agree with him and all those old voice lines. And now we have like this thing where like he wants to like immortalize her almost because he thinks that she's the one that could like run this place. But his eyes are turning towards testing his own employees. His eyes are turning towards the bitterness where he's like, you know, aggressively saying, I'm going to throw lemons back at you. His eyes are now darting towards the idea of like creating more of a technological space where there's artificial intelligence. And I think it has to do with the idea of like how he's lost so many employees, how they're quitting, how I'm guessing they're quitting. I know they didn't say the word quitting exactly, but like how more people aren't getting hired. The posters literally talk about like replacing manual labor. They talk about replacing you and your menial tasks. Like there's no even hiding it. There was a thing with Aperture where they were treating these androids and robots as an idea of like, if you have one of these, it takes away like jobs. It takes away some people's like menial tasks that people, because I think, you know, it's like I'm not saying it's taking people's jobs, but I do think it is like this kind of like replacement for humans in some weird way. And you could hear that in his voice. He was so, and he was like, this should have happened 30 years ago. Wait, you mean 30 years ago as in like when you started Aperture and you started like, you know, using athletes and stuff, I guess, too. And I think when he talks about the androids, I think that's definitely like a reason why nowadays, I don't know if it's like present time that we're in now, who knows what a time it is we're now, but it's why like a lot of androids are being tested here. It's an android testing field. But it seems like humans started being tested again in Aperture for some reason. So I wonder why that was, why they switched, because they said they were phasing out human testing, but now it's back to human testing in a way too with Shell, and she was on the list of people that were testing, even though she was already really far down the list. So for some reason they went back to human testing in some way. And But yeah, it's very clear that the values that he started here in the 80s kept going in terms of the android stuff and the artificial intelligence stuff. Now the stuff with Caroline is so interesting to me because I think he like adores Caroline. I think Caroline is his rock. She doesn't leave him. She's been there through thick and thin, but you don't hear her in the voice logs as much as anymore. And I think what he's saying is like he's wants to create like an artificial disc where he can upload Caroline to the facility and she can run the facility that way. Put her in the computer is what he said. Put her in my computer. And I think that what I thought before is like maybe not the most truthful thing. I thought before that the values of Cave Johnson had ingrained into the values of GLaDOS. And that could still be true, and I still think it is true, but I also think now it's more direct. I think it is like, since if Caroline's, let's say she was put onto a disc and put in this facility, it makes perfect sense that like GLaDOS would be influenced and ingrained with that facility's like memory of Caroline, right? It makes perfect sense that would happen. And since Caroline, and you just heard her agreeing with him as well, like in a way that's kind of like, yeah, like she was so enthusiastic about it. So like, yeah, those values and that mind and that like thing that ingrained itself in this facility, like being, in GLaDOS's mind as well, would make perfect sense too, it would. And like, we can see that here. We can 100% see that here as well. And she and why she's so similar to, I keep saying J.K. Simmons in my mind, to Cave Johnson. It's actually really well done in that sense, where it's built up incredibly well to like that point where he's like, oh, put her on my computer. It's like, oh yeah, like that would make sense that GLaDOS does have like very similar values, of course, as well. Really, really well done in that sense also. But you can see the change in what he was doing here, why he wanted to like, replace the workforce in a way and like do Android testing instead. And I just love that you can hear the desperation and the anger and the sickness in his voice. He has gotten to a point where he like almost curses the people around him and curses the world around him, not being introspective of maybe the mistakes he made. He's just cursing the world around him.
Will you be joining us?
And it's really well done in that sense. So yeah, I really love the story here. I think it's fantastic. I think the way that they've written Cave Johnson is one of the most interesting characters I've played as. The way that they've implemented the environmental storytelling and changed the world as we're going forward and ingrained that, as I said, with the voice acting and the voice logs, making the voice logs almost like show a change in the environment around Cave Johnson at the time is also like really, really cool. It's a really interesting thing. And all that together like really works really well to make like a great passage of time that feels like we're going through like eras while not even like being so like physically aware, because we're doing puzzles and we're playing this game and having a good time, but while we're doing that, we're almost getting a tour of like the history of Aperture, going through condemned spaces. We see so many condemned walls, so many covered up spaces, because we are legitimately like, continuing through this area. We see more and more places have been condemned. We're climbing higher and higher through this facility the more time we go up. It's almost like it started at the bottom and it keeps going up and up and up and up and up. I'm really curious to see where it's going to go next with all this stuff too. But guys, if you want to get these videos early, you can see them on Patreon and YouTube members for €1 or $1.50. This was uploaded on Wednesday night for me in Ireland. If you want to get your name in the credits right now, that's the €10 tier or the €12 tier. You can check that out as well in both YouTube members and on Patreon in the description below. And it's €15 to get your name read out in every single video, or it's $17 or $17.50, I'm not sure, but you can have those in the credits as well. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for being such an incredible audience as always. TieFire02, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Liam, Hyde Kasperian, Jerry Beeman, Neo Sharite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. I'll see you guys so soon. Bye-bye.